energy in the room shows interest in understanding artificial intelligence. There are going to be a lot of questions being raised by many of my colleagues from the South Bay area, and that as they go home and they go back to their offices and to their cities, that they at least have the dialogue with their colleagues in their prospective locations to just understand what is their perspective about AI. How can, now that they've gotten more information about artificial intelligence, and how can they implement it within their own world and within their own communities and cities?
It could make government more efficient. AI can reduce the amount of fraud, for example, that we see. It can also help law enforcement. It can also be biased. And so we want to make sure that we harness the innovation of AI and the efficiencies, but not have discrimination or bias or any harm come to society.
I just want to welcome you to the great city of Carson. I'm so honored to host this event here, and I'm even more honored because your chairperson is my colleague on the city council, Cedric Hicks. Let's give him a round of applause.
Well, we work with our 16 cities, and we're the cities from the Port of Los Angeles to the airport, to all the cities in between. And we work with them on transportation projects, on homeless projects, on energy efficiency, on technology. We try to provide them information that they don't have to go find for themselves, and also work out projects that we can do better together than separately.
If business owners aren't just using AI for the sake of AI, at least the effective ones aren't doing that, they're using AI to meet their mission. And so in the cities, if we are clear on what our mission is of what we want to be as a city, and then use AI to get there, that's how we catch up.
In the city of Rancho Palos Verdes, we've actually employed a technology called Pano AI that, because we have wildfire issues, because we're in a high fire zone, we're able to use 4 cameras that are panning the entire Palos Verdes Peninsula 24/7. When they pick up any type of smoke or small flames, it uses artificial intelligence to actually analyze that smoke and that flame to see if it's just someone at their barbecue or if it's literally something that's starting to grow and get bigger. And that gives us early warning detection on wildfires potentially starting, and that sends that information to our Los Angeles County Fire Department to warn them so that they can go out and investigate.
Cities need to know about AI because it can be a useful tool moving forward as we begin to work and be a little bit more fleet of foot to serve our communities. So it's another tool that will then give us opportunities to increase our transparency, work with our community on a more hands-on level, because we could potentially use AI to do some of the rudimentary tasks that used to be time-consuming. And so now we can make our staff a little bit more efficient with some of these other tools. It's like going from a screwdriver to a drill. Screwdrivers are still around, but a drill makes the job a lot faster.
Technology is here. California leads the nation, all in terms of technology expense and governance. And the way I look at this is it's a confluence of 3 things. It's a confluence of the public sector, the private sector, and governance. For the first time in known history, I think we're going to get to a point of inflection where artificial intelligence is not only going to meet human intelligence, but surpass it.